All right, it's 5:21 on the Rip City Drive. Welcome back in on what day is this? Is this Wednesday? Wednesday?
Sure.
Huh? I think I can get back to what days of the week things are again, Chris. And you probably the same because you've been all over the place too, man.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many times on Outsiders that I'd be like, "Welcome into Outsiders on this beautiful I have no idea. It
On
all
this
just blends
beautiful
together.
day.
Yeah, exactly.
They all blend together.
But I think it's a Wednesday, so I think we're good.
People keep asking me, so does your kid recognize you again yet? Are you in the same boat with your two girls?
Oh, they recognize me. We're good. Plenty of FaceTime. They did not forget me, so I am quite happy about that.
That's good. That's good. So we have some really important things to talk to you about today before we get into the Blazers.
And I'm just going to warn you right now, your answer will depend on how long you get to stay in studio with us today.
Could be my last appearance ever.
You have to choose one of the three. Okay. This is kind of impromptu. It was over developing conversation, and this is what the ultimate poll is about. Okay. Your choices are A, Count Chocula,
Okay.
B, Frankenberry, or C, Booberry. Which one do you choose? And put them in order.
Oh, my gosh. A, C, and B. I'm going with the count.
Good job. Very good.
Woo!
I
So some on that, dog.
So Count Chocula 1, Booberry 2, Frankenberry 3.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the results. So Blazer Jeff took our conversation and created a poll on that. 53% say Count Chocula, 26% say Booberry, and Frankenberry is at 21%. So Frankenberry is getting a little bit of love, but Count Chocula is still the overwhelming favorite.
The problem is we had a clown reach out to us and say Booberry all day over Count Chocula. I'm like,
No.
Travis put it best, like, you're a communist.
I go with the count. Like when you think of that type of cereal, like the count's just what you think.
Toaster strudel or Pop-Tart?
I go Pop-Tart, but I don't frequent either of those.
But when you were younger, let's say when you were 16 years old or 12 years old, which one did you go to first?
I still like the Pop-Tart.
Okay.
Do you like Eggos when you were little?
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes. Actually, we just had this conversation with my wife the other day because we were walking through the store with my kids. My oldest loves Reese's Puffs. So I get her the Reese's Puffs. I get her the Honey Nut Cheerios because she loves those too. I was like, hey, let's mix it up. Let's get her some Fruit Loops. I did that. And then we walked by the section that is all the off-brand Kroger, Fred Meyer brand.
The bags.
In the bags, yes.
And then I laughed because I go, that is what my mom bought me when I was a kid because she wouldn't splurge. She wouldn't go the extra $1 to get the box.
My wife said the same thing about her mom.
And so my wife goes, is that why you always buy the kid the brand name box cereal? And you go, you know what? I love you, Mom. But yeah, that's why my kids get the brand name box cereal.
I love it.
Yeah.
We were scarred as youngsters. You think I'm ever going to buy my kids off-brand macaroni and cheese? No. Kraft.
No.
See, my mom would buy a brand called Golden Grain macaroni and cheese. I think my sister liked it. I always wanted Kraft. She would never buy Kraft. She would always buy Golden
wrong.
Grain. And then when I would go to my cousin's house in Hartford, he would always have Kraft. So we would always have a Kraft. And I just felt special because I was finally getting to have Kraft macaroni and cheese.
How often did you create or make a box and just crush it yourself?
Once I got old enough to do it myself, I still do.
So good.
My dad, to this day, he has this timer in his head. And no matter what, at midnight, if you're at my mom and dad's house, you hear this. As he starts walking down the stairs, he will grab the biggest bowl possible. And if there is a bowl of cereal, I kid you not, he will pour that entire bowl into that thing, milk it, and then just sit on the couch and just eat it.
Crush it.
Whatever's on.
Kind of like a mixing bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like a giant Tupperware.
And I'm not joking. I've seen him pour it into a mixing bowl. And my wife, when we were first dating, and she'd come over and we'd watch movies all night, she'd laugh because midnight, on the dot, my dad would come down. And I'm not kidding you, mixing bowl of cereal. And then I have seen him fall asleep eating it. But midnight,
I can't say I've never done that.
Yeah.
I've never done this, but I've heard that if you have the munchies, that a giant bowl of cereal is quite delicious.
Cereal always hits the spot.
Out of all the cereals, what I learned in college is the best cereal to have the night after, or the morning after a night of heavy drinking is Golden Grahams.
Golden Grahams.
Why is that?
I don't know, but it always just tasted the best.
Well, if I'm ever in that situation again, I'm going to take your advice.
Golden
to try the
Grahams, do it.
Grahams. I'm proud of you. See, I told you earlier today I like you. I enjoyed having a chance to talk hoop with you throughout the season, but the fact that you did not fail on that poll and you selected Count Chocula.
I'm very proud of myself for not.
I feel better about this, Trav. That's an important poll. You can learn a lot about someone based on the cereal they choose in that poll.
If you choose Booberry, I just don't know what to say about you anymore.
I can tell you who you're going to vote for in the next presidential election based on the cereal you choose. Blueberry. Hey, it's a Bernie guy. That's a Bernie guy. Yeah.
That is
All right,
awesome.
that's a Bernie guy. That's cool. No problem with that. Boo Berry.
Or what about Cinnamon Toast Crunch? You like Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
You know what? Like the very first few times I had it as a kid, I liked it, and the more I had it, the more I realized it wasn't very good. I just
Get out.
Nope, I didn't.
Get out.
No, I passed the first test. You can't just keep throwing them at me and get mad because I fail one. It wasn't very good.
You got to pass the whole class,
Dude,
my friend.
It was like thick chunks of cereal squares that would like tear your mouth apart once they finally broke up. Wasn't worth it.
Oh, totally worth it. Totally worth it.
I don't like having my roof of my mouth all jacked
See,
up.
because we get along.
It's like I love Captain Crunch, but it's like, why are you doing this to me, Captain Crunch?
Exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
Do you remember when they made a Rice Krispie Treats cereal?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was good.
It's good. Man, Rice Krispie treats were like when my mom would bust those out after the school sometimes,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm in.
I was telling Chad, my mother-in-law made the other day Rice Krispies Treats made out of Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, nice.
It's amazing.
Nice.
Money. So she used the same marshmallow goo and everything to make
except
them.
it's just Fruity
that's a win.
Pebbles instead of Rice Krispies.
My wife picked on me the other day, and we've all, listeners out there, vouch for me. We've all done this. I poured myself, all we had was just regular Cheerios, unsweetened Cheerios.
Yeah, we
right?
got those in the house
So
for
I
Lincoln.
poured that, because my daughters love them. So I poured that in a bowl, but then I put sugar on top, mix that in and my wife is like, what the heck are you doing? I said, I'm putting sugar in the cereal. She's like, that is gross. I'm like,
No.
it tastes so much better.
When I would go to my grandmother's house when I was a kid, and she would always have Rice Krispies. But then the sugar bowl was right there sitting on the counter. So I would take the Rice Krispies, and I would take scoop after scoop
Rice
after scoop of sugar. And then when you're done with the Rice Krispies, you take the spoon and you grind it along the bottom of the bowl, and you get that little bit of sugar, and you just eat like this thick, sugary milk.
Delicious.
So good.
And Rice Krispies were the best to add that little bit of sugar.
Absolutely,
I'm
man.
so glad you said that because there's nothing I love more than watching my daughter with the sugar bowl and her Cheerios. And she just keeps going. And I'm just watching her. And do I tell her to stop? No, because I understand that if you're going to go dry and go Cheerios or Rice Krispies, it requires a certain amount of sugar to make
yeah.
it work properly.
And my daughter made me so proud the other day. Like, so she's 3 years old. She said, Dad, I want a bowl of Puffs. So I got her the Reese's Puffs, right? And the little kid bowl, and she eats the whole thing. She gets done. And I go, hey, babe, you want some more cereal? She goes, no, Dad. I'm just drinking the milk. She just downs.
That's a
the
beautiful
Reese's,
thing.
The Reese's flavored milk.
Right.
I was like, I love you so much.
I love that. That's perfect.
Proud moment.
Because when you see that, you're like, okay, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Right there.
Exactly.
That's a girl that's going places.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right.